Oh, I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth, but I'm gutted we've not won this football match. I am absolutely gutted we have not won this football match. And Harry Maguire. But also, Joshua Xerxes, you've got to put a better ball in there. Why he tries to do like the Ozil bounce pass when there's no one around him, I don't know. It makes it so much more unnecessarily difficult for Maguire, who of course has ballooned it over. But it means that we've drawn 2-2 at Anfield. And if you'd have offered that to me this morning, I'd have absolutely bit your hand off. So I am both gutted, but also delighted because no one gave us a chance. I gave us no chance. All the pundits and everything. No one gave Manchester United a chance of getting anything from this match. And even I think the most diehard Liverpool fan can't sit and tell you that Liverpool are lucky to get a point from that match. Like, the penalty is just luck. Look, it's a penalty. We'll get onto that. It is a penalty. But it's just dumb luck. And Onana saves it, but doesn't actually save it. And we've missed 2 open goals. We've missed 2 open goals in this football match. Yes, Van Dijk had his big chance at the end as well, where Liverpool could have won it. And I'm sure they'll be a little bit gutted about that. But balance of the chances, Manchester United should have won this game. And Liverpool, I think, and yes, I am biased, but like I say, I think Liverpool are very lucky to get a point from that match. I really, really do. Just given how it sort of played out in the end. And every single Manchester United player today needs to hold their heads up high. Maybe not their arms. Again, we'll get to that. But they certainly need to hold their heads up high. And the best thing I've already seen, I let it breathe. I didn't want to come in and straight do my reaction. I wanted to see what a couple of the people said after the match. And what I'm really, really pleased with immediately is the first thing that Bruno Fernandes said in his interview is not that they were gutted that we didn't win the football match. He is gutted that we haven't performed at that level in the other football matches. And that is good captaincy. I sit here and I moan about Bruno Fernandes' style of captaincy, but if that is the attitude of our captain, that is someone I want to get behind. And he's had a really good game today. Bruno gets absolutely ridiculed for how he disappears in big matches. Bruno stepped up today and has been given man of the match. I'm not convinced he was my man of the match. I probably would have given it to Ugarte or even Alexis McAllister from Liverpool because I thought he had a very, very good game as well. But Bruno had one of his best big match performances ever in a Manchester United shirt today. And so did every single other player. Like I said, there's maybe 1 or 2. I think Højlund wasn't at his best. And unfortunately, De Ligt is culpable for both of Liverpool's goals. But as a unit, as a team, as a collection, as an organisation in terms of how they're set up on the pitch, their attitude, their running, their ability on the ball, their actual ability to keep the ball, so much better. And that's why I come back to what Bruno said. Because a standard has now been set. And I can sit here, because we've been here so many times with this team, with this group of players, when they put in a good performance and they can't back it up. Our next game is at the Emirates. Okay, it's an FA Cup game. If I'm Ruben Amorim, I'm picking the exact same 11 again. For no other reason that this team has produced that performance and now they need to produce that performance again. That is how you start to build momentum. I don't care that it's an FA Cup game. I don't care if we were playing Accrington Stanley like Liverpool are. Put out that team again in the next game and see if they can deliver that sort of performance again. Because that is what is going to be the measuring stick going forward. We don't produce that sort of performance next week. We might not get the same result. But if we don't produce that sort of performance again, questions need to be asked of these players again. They have done fantastically well today. To a man, they have done fantastically. The back line, like I say, I think Onana had a good game, made some important saves from McAllister, from Bradley, and from Van Dijk at the end of the game. De Ligt, I said, he was culpable for the 2 goals, but on the whole, I still think he defended relatively well. Maguire, other than his miss, was again immense. I'm really liking Harry Maguire as the central player in this back 3 at the moment. I think he's putting in good performances every week. Lisandro Martinez, I sat here the other day questioning his position at left centre-back. He didn't give Salah anything going forward, and then he got forward himself and scored the Ryan Giggs goal against Arsenal, albeit without beating the entire Arsenal team first. But he put in a good performance. Mazraoui never plays a bad game for Manchester United. Okay, he gave away that penalty against Kluivert. Never puts in a bad performance. Dalot, probably his best game at left back. Actually getting into those areas and putting balls into the box on his left foot. That cross to Ahmad, why doesn't he do that more often? Why does he keep coming back inside and trying to pass it or trying these Trivela crosses on the outside of his foot when he can put in crosses like that on his left foot? Just do that more often. You clearly can do it. Midfield, Ugarte, Mainu and Bruno were the reasons why we stayed in this match. All three of them exceptional. Up against arguably the most informed midfield in the Premier League at the moment, outside of maybe Newcastle's. But Curtis Jones wasn't in the game to the extent that he got taken off. Jota came on, and then he wasn't in the game either. McAllister, like I said, I thought he had a really good game against our midfield. Gravenberch got overrun by Bruno and Ugarte. And just as a whole, those three did fantastically. Ahmad missed one, scored one, and then Rasmus, of course, did miss his big opportunity as well, but still caused a lot of running for Konate and Van Dijk, which created the space for the other players to get in and around it. Now, of course, we do have to talk about the penalty incident because there are a few layers of controversy to the penalty incident. Firstly, is it a penalty? Under the rules, yes. You can't have your arm up here. You can't. Natural position or not. It's clear that De Ligt is trying to set himself. He's turning his body around to try and prepare for a shot. Shot's already come. His arm is up. I don't consider that a natural position. You can turn your body around. Look, if you try and turn your body around, your arms are here. They're not up here. So, for me, it's a penalty. Second piece of controversy. Should Manchester United have had a penalty at the other end for a handball earlier on? No one's mentioned it yet. I've not seen Amarin's interview, so I don't know if he'll mention it. But there was a lot of Manchester United players calling for a handball. I've seen a still where it looks like it comes off like here. So whether or not that can be considered shirt sleeve or whatever, a Liverpool player sticks their arm up and it knocks it away from a Manchester United player. So should both sides have had a penalty for handball? And third piece of controversy, which I do think is worth mentioning, and no one seemed to mention it on commentary, De Ligt could have got a second yellow for that. Like, genuinely, that header from McAllister is going on target. There is no guarantee that Onana's going to save that. So, preventing a goal, okay, double jeopardy, it's an accidental handball, but there's definitely arguments for it being a second yellow. I'm not saying it's a straight red, but there's definitely arguments for it being a second yellow, and I'm sure Arne Slot or a couple of Liverpool players might mention that as well. So I think that is worth mentioning, but like I say, overall, I am absolutely delighted with what I've seen today. Now they've just got to back it up. Same 11 against Arsenal, same attitude, same approach, and hopefully, minimum, same result. There's no extra time, there's no replays. So it'll go straight to penalties if we get the draw at the Emirates. So we'll see. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Are Manchester United back? Can they back it up against Arsenal next week? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I'll see you very soon.